Hey look, it's an Instagram page which I created. Now I want you guys to go over my real fans and follow this page, because I'm going to be giving shout outs to people who DM me asking whether I should shout out their Instagram page or whether I should shout out their YouTube channel. Now this offer is very limited, so go ahead to my Instagram page, follow and switch on the notification button before the offer ends. So the latest chapter of Boruto, we learn that Boruto has a new power because of what Kashin Koji said. Now he said that this ability might be similar to what Jigen has. Now this ability is quite interesting to me because it literally adds on to Boruto's arsenal of powers that he already has and makes him overpowered. Right now the question is, where does he have this ability from? And I think the answer lies with his father. Now we all know that Boruto has the Jogan, and the question is, what is the Jogan exactly? And this is going to help us answer the question of where he possibly might have his ability from. So the Jogan can sense negative energy, right? Plus, you know, it has the ability of the Byakugan. Now the negative energy sensing came from Naruto, and Naruto got that from Kurama. So Naruto passed on a few of his traits onto Boruto, and that is why the Jogan exists, because apparently it can do that, according to the information we got from the animator of Boruto, who gave us information about the Jogan. That is apparently what it is. So negative emotion sensing is an ability that's belonged to a tailed beast, and just because it was sealed within Naruto, I guess Naruto learned the ability, right? But just because you learn an ability doesn't mean it necessarily just passes on to the next generation. It doesn't make sense. It's like me learning a Rasengan and then giving, having a child, and suddenly the child is born knowing a Rasengan. That doesn't make sense. However, Naruto was able to pass this ability on to Boruto. So if that is the case, if he can pass on traits from tailed beast onto his offsprings, then naturally he should be able to pass on his healing that he got from Kurama also onto Boruto. So I think that this new healing ability that Boruto has possibly might not come from the Karma Seal, because when he was healing, the Karma Seal was not activated, or at least we saw the palm, we didn't see the back of his hand, and so on and so forth. The Karma Seal was no longer on his face, so clearly the Karma Seal was deactivated when he was healing. So the healing ability most likely is a trait that comes from Naruto. Now this makes Boruto an overpowered person. Why? Because of the abilities of the Jogan and all the stuff that he has. So Boruto is a prodigy. Being prodigious is something that is rare. You can't just wake up and be prodigious. It's something that you're born with. So the rarity of mastering skills easily, right, or at least being good at combat, this guy is Chunin level in terms of combat and skill. That already makes a very strong main character. Not only that, he also has the Jogan. Now the Jogan, the most prominent power that this Dojutsu can access is the ability to open dimensions. We know a character, Obito Uchiha, who had the similar ability to open dimensions, and that left him completely exhausted. And Boruto's Jogan was able to open dimensions and suck in the Niue, right, almost at no cost. This guy finished his entire mission convincing Sumire to come back, and also had enough time to go back to school looking perfectly okay. Something that Obito Uchiha himself struggled with, Boruto did completely okay with without any effort at all, or at least experiencing any sort of side effect. That in itself is overpowered. Now people argue and say that the Jogan does not open dimensions. However, in one of the episode spoilers or one of the episode briefings, it did state that Boruto's eye activates and opens a dimension which sucks in the Niue, right? It's there. It's proof that his eye can open dimensions, and it can do more than that. It's not just a version of a Byakugan, it can do more than that. So he already is a prodigy who has an overpowered dojutsu which comes at no cost at all. And not only that, he also has access to the best teachers in the entire universe. Sasuke Uchiha is one of the best fighters in the entire universe. I dare say that he has more skill than Naruto. Yes, Naruto has more power, but Sasuke has more skill. And if you combine a prodigious trait with the best teacher who has the best skill, then you end up with a fairly powerful character. And if that was not enough, we actually now have the Karma Seal to deal with. The Karma Seal, we do not know yet all the abilities that the Karma Seal does give you. All we know that it kind of stops you from using ninjutsu. it increases your physical strength and allows you to absorb a ninjutsu. But there is more to it, because Kara or Jigen is most likely after Kawaki's karma seal that he gave him. There's a huge purpose for that, and he himself has one, so it must be of importance of some sort. Now we have all these powers all combined in one character, and the thing is, and my main issue here is that this character is just beginning their adventure, and they already have the ability to cross dimensions. If Boruto can actually open dimensions, then he can possibly put himself between dimensions, which is basically Obito's ability. He should be able to do that. If he is able to open dimensions, he should be able to utilize the Jogan to achieve that sort of ability. Also, with the karma seal giving him physical strength, that is possibly equivalent to Sage Mode. Maybe not as much, but at least it is in the area of increasing or enhancing your physical strength. And then obviously we have the negative emotion sensing, which allows him to sense emotions. He can now also heal himself, and now he obviously can absorb ninjutsu. This ability is something that comes from the Rinnegan, alright? So he has multiple powers which come from the Rinnegan. He is a prodigy, he can heal himself, and he has access to the best teacher. Now they are building a godly character, and I think possibly this is because they want him to surpass Naruto, and there's no way that Boruto is going to surpass Naruto by being an ordinary ninja that has a lot of chakra, right? But that is not the problem. The problem is that he has been given all these powers at the beginning of his adventure. Boruto hasn't done anything to, earn any of this. The majority of it all is genetics and luck. My main concern is whether they are going to add more power onto Boruto, because think about it, a lot of shonen shows, the characters start at 0, and as time progresses they get to 100. Naruto went from people, using regular jutsus and throwing kunais at each other to, pulling meteorites from the sky and throwing nuclear bombs at each other. So Boruto starting his adventure at least, I don't know, 60%. Do you think that they are going to add even more power onto Boruto? If that is the case, then he definitely will surpass Naruto. But then will this show still be about ninjas if they are throwing nuclear bombs and, breaking dimensions and all that kind of stuff? Like, do you think this is something that's going to happen in the future? I hope not, and I hope that Boruto only learns to master a few of his powers and not all of them. And I also hope they don't add anything onto that. But with that being said, I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below about the things I discussed, because I will be in the comments reading and I will be replying to you guys. I have an Instagram page that I would like you to follow, and with that being said, I have nothing more to say. Bye.